I have said this before now. You said I was childish, and you'll say it now. Remember what I told you. If they hate me, they will hate you. England's not the land of Madame George and roses. It's the place where police kill black boys on mopeds. Sinead O'Connor wrote those lyrics for an album that came out in 1990. The song Black Boys on Mopeds. It's about a young man who died running from the police who thought he had stolen his moped. That was in 1989. He hadn't, and he died trying to escape. He crashed it and died. And the song goes on to say, well, I've been walking around New York City, and I've just been really thinking a lot about Sinead O'Connor and how, there's some artists who I think get into the art for the attention, they get into the work sort of a secondary characteristic of their careers. But Sinead O'Connor just felt to me like somebody, I don't know what's in her heart, but she felt to me like somebody who was called to the art. She was almost doing it against her will. She felt led in some way. And, she spoke out on Saturday Night Live about sexual abuse in the Catholic Church. It was in a sort of awkward way, and it was not received the way she intended, I'm sure, but she felt she had to do that, and she did it. That Nothing Compares to You video, I just remember it took my breath away as a young person watching her all in one take cry on camera as if she had thought of those lyrics a moment before, and the song Black Boys and Mopeds continues. It says, I love my boy, and that's why I'm leaving, because I do not want him to know that there's any such thing as grieving. And her son, so at the end of her life, she converted to Islam. She said that was the only logical extension of a theological practice, was to become Muslim. She's a very, very interesting person, full of very interesting ideas. But sadly, her son, who she mentions in that song, and I don't know if he wouldn't have been alive at that time, but she was imagining sort of saving a child. He committed suicide a year ago, supposedly. And she, we don't know how she died or why she died, but very sad. I don't know, and has me thinking a lot about art and people who are called to it the way she was, and now called from us.